You know, Dr. Willis, you look exactly like the person who would run the mob RICO federal indictments. I can see you be like, we will beat crime in Chicago. I don't know if that's a Chicago voice. Go Bears.
Someone's going to jail.
Someone's getting shot. That's not in Chicago. That's a beautiful city. If it wasn't for prohibition and improv, that whole town could go to Hades.
Yeah. I agree with you.
So here's the thing. We got too many intros. We got to talk about the intros, okay? Because we got Josh's intro, we got the intro, the pre-recorded intro, and then I got my intro. Now, I love that every episode we're in different countries, states. You don't know where we are, but here are 4 options. We keep one of the 3 that we have.
Okay, that's one.
Or we just go right into it.
No intro.
No intro.
Oh, that's revolutionary.
I like it.
What do you fellas think?
Yeah. One of those.
I think we should keep one intro, right? Is it weird to go right into it? What if people don't know what they're listening to?
I just feel bad for whatever YouTube algorithm. Like, what else are they Googling where I could possibly come up as a suggestion?
Yeah, it's probably a twisted road that leads to Brian Sturges.
Willis, what do you think, man?
Let's try it. Get rid of them all.
Get out of here.
So your vote is for no intro. And we could try it this week. This isn't, we're no Illuminati where we're going to carve it in a nice Cabrera marble or whatever it is, That's named after the famous restaurant where they give you too much pasta. You remember in the 90s where that was the thing? You'd be like, you go to an Italian restaurant, they'd be like, we're authentic for $12. And they give you the whole box. You ever work in that? Remember that in the 90s? Where it was like a whole pound of pasta.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
You remember those days?
Isn't that like a buca de beppo?
Yeah, right. This is all, of course, before the economy crashed and those businesses are barely surviving now.
Yeah.
But
they didn't tell you to share. They just gave it to you all on one plate for one person, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They were like, you could share. It's technically 9 whole squid per serving. But, and then you walk away. And then every Gordon Ramsay episode I've seen is like, you're giving away too much. You're giving away your profits. Why did you give them a pound of pasta? Couldn't you have given them perhaps a restaurant size serving? And they're like, well, they love it. The self-denial of restaurant owners on Gordon Ramsay's show is not unlike myself in comedy, where it's just like, someday, complete lack of self-awareness. And I think my jambalaya is delicious,
I can attest to that. It's delicious jambalaya.
So we're voting no intro. So there's no intro this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We'll try it out. See what happens.
Tim Hall loves this. He's like, anything that saves me time saves me money. I've noticed your fine timepiece there. What's the proverbial dealio?
Oh, I'm just doing a visual prep. Timepieces, watches. It's a future prep for something that might happen in the future. Ah,
yes. Oh, did you think it was today?
Wink, yes.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? Save that background.
Oh,
Let's find you another background right now.
Oh, right now? Okay.
What this episode is going to be about is bad facial hair. So if you could pull up, actually what I'll need today, please, is like that master photo of a barber where it's like men's facial hair and they show all the different ones with the names. Perhaps one could Google. That would be fantastic.
Barber, men's facial hair.
Hey, look at this custom job. It's a sticker. But I bet for $85, he'd put it on a hat. You know what? Don't put his name up either. You know what? I want no social media. I want no editing, except for when we don't do a good job. Okay, so forget the social media. No one cares. Forget the intro. Forget the outro. Forget Josh's thing. Yeah. Let's not even bother. In fact, and then I'll shave 20% off your bill, Tim, because that's about the amount of work that we're reducing. So of course you get paid per per frame. I feel like I'm screwed.
I'm like Dickens.
It's calling me $1,200 an episode to get this thing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are we filming in 480 frames per second? I don't know, but here we are.
There it is.
I think I've stalled enough. Don't cut any of that stalling out. Okay.
Okay.
This is what people.
The worst part is I still haven't found it.
Please.
I put in master barber men's facial hair.
But why do you have the word master in it? Did you not learn anything from 2020? Who said master? Did anyone say the word master, or is this just your white brain?
I thought
adding
you
words?
put in master.
But why would you put in the word? Did I say?
I distinctly heard you say master.
Willis, did I say master?
I heard a master in there.
Did I? Oh my God! If I'm wrong,
yeah.
the people are like, this guy. Well, I didn't mean like the offensive master. I meant like.
Tim's gonna find
Maybe we
out.
should cut this. Okay.
Maybe we should cut some of this out.
Just look up men's facial hairstyles, please.
Let's see here.
Yeah,
here,
I put in men's barber styles facial
Dude, no,
hair.
not barber. Just put in men's facial hairstyles. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's find. Now let's go to one of the ones that have many. Perhaps to the right. There's two. I'll let you choose. No, let's not do.
This looks exactly like what I was looking at.
All right. But we couldn't see it. All right. Don't cut any of this out ever. This is what people want to hear. They want a wiretap, as Joey Diaz says. They don't care about any
Right
of it.
into the room. Yeah.
Here it is. Let's go. Could you make it larger?
Okay, I'm working on it. There we go.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Could you go back to us for a second, but have that ready, please?
All right.
Welcome to my world.
Sorry.
Of
Sorry.
having
I
to press
should have.
buttons.
Yeah. Oh, we have a guest today. I feel like I should mention that possibly, but maybe
well.
not. So, as you know, I've been extremely busy up in Maine with my friend Steven. We're writing some horror stuff.
Steve.
I don't want to like celebrity name drop who it is, but he's not handsome. That's all I'll say. He is considered. Yeah. I'd also like to point out that I look like Leroy when you pull over in the South. And if you're like an African-American family and you're like, oh my God, our car's rattling and I'm the only gas station available. And they're all like, lock your doors to the kids. Okay.
Here comes old Leroy.
Ma'am, how can I assist you?
It should have like the name tag sewn in,
Yes.
Like it's a permanent.
Yeah. My name's Don Columbia. Welcome to Columbia Automotive. How may I assist you?
Man, you Kaiser Sose that.
Yeah.
So I haven't really given, now that I'm in a committed relationship, I don't have to worry about cleanliness or looking attractive, picking, you know what I mean? The number of days that underwear are being worn, or could be infinite, if any,
Yeah, why bother?
For Life Choices Studios, we have no rules other than the ones that the state in which we do not subscribe to. Because, by the way, Poor Life Choices is also trying to become a sovereign nation. So, okay.
Yeah, fingers
so if you
crossed.
could go ahead and sign up on the email list, if you could write to your local assemblyman or women, that'd be great. Okay, so now I got to find my tangent back. Facial hair. Okay, so I've given no S's. And then a couple weeks ago, the lady was like, "Oh, your beard's really," because obviously this looks terrible, right? Right? She's like, "Oh, your beard's really full." I'm like, "Yeah." I ignore it, right? Nothing, right? The next week, well, your beard's really. Looks like it's wild. I'm like, "You like that?" She's like, "Yeah, I love it. It's awesome." Right? And the next week, and now I look like. I kind of want to shave it and look like Martin Van Buren, where I just want to just show up and be like, welcome, thank you. We'd like to thank the corn industry for the vote this year, of course. You're good farmers of America. That's
you could really fit in at the Civil War reenactments. You got the Burnsides going.
Yeah.
Full Burnside.
My brother also has facial hair. and his facial hair says, "I don't like black people." Like he looks like it's like that hillbilly. He shouldn't be allowed in a bank. You know what I mean? Like anything that is protected by FDIC, when he walks, he's not allowed in most casinos with that facial hair. It just says, you know what it is? It's me, but in another 10 years, but except without the small town mindset. But he doesn't watch this, so I could tell, of course we should remove that, but I don't care. You want to know why? Because I can't even get him to watch this junk. All right. So if you don't watch it, I get to talk trash. The same thing about you, Barbara Bush. Okay. That's right. I don't forget. Sorry about the loss of your husband. He owed me $20. Okay. Of course, you remember it was 1996. Okay. I was up in Maine at what is it? Kitty Henry
Bunkport.
Yeah. Camp Kitty Bunkport. That's it, right? He's up there. And we are in a Stort's ice cream shop in which I was getting a sarsaparilla. And I went in. And the Secret Service was there. And, he was, the president's in. He has to use the bathroom. He left the seat up. That's not the point of the story. He comes out and he was like, "Son, is that a sarsaparilla?" I said, "Mm-hmm." I nodded because I got that facial hair of a son. Mm-hmm. And he says, "I think I'll get a couple for the fellas." And he got him out. And he went to pay. Wouldn't you know it? The president was a little light on funds.
Yeah.
This is before Apple Pay, Venmo, whatnot. So he's like, "Could I borrow $20?" And I'm like, I guess you're the leader of the free world. Probably good for it.
Yeah.
So I go out, and of course I only had change in my pocket. I had cargo shorts. It was the 90s. So I just reached my hands down into the Scrooge McDuck pockets, and I had put $20 of silver, pence, shillings. It was all there, kind of just a hodgepodge, a melting pot of currency, if you will.
Yes.
So and then he got in his stretch limo, and he left. Now he forgot Barbara, if you remember, was the point of the story. So Barbara's there, like, did George forget me again? She starts crying by the Rocky Road ice cream. So I go. I comfort her. All the Secret Service forgot her too, right? So I know I'm not in trouble. And I ask, am I allowed to engage in contact? She says, yes, I give you permission. So we hugged. We're on camera at Storage. They have every day it tapes over the same videotapes since 1984. It's a little grainy, but it's out there. There's video evidence. And we hugged. And then George came back and said, "I didn't forget you. Ha, ha, ha." And she's like, "I don't believe you, George. This isn't the first time you left me at a gas station in Freehold, New York." Right? So they make up. I said, "It's fine. It's okay." She said, "I promise he'll pay you back."
Whoa.
Look at me now.
It was
nothing. So the point is the facial hair out of control.
Yes.
Okay. So I have the baby shower in which apparently men go to now. Which I'm fine.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's cool. I'd go to
I always thought you'd be in a small, you'd be anywhere but that location per the request of the women, right? You'd be like, stay home. So apparently with 2021, this feminism, everything that's happening with your tweets, I got to spend the day at a baby shower. And so every day this week, she's like, "Don't forget you got that baby shower this weekend. Probably want to look nice." I just throwaway comment. Tuesday, she's like, "Yeah, probably, maybe wear something nice, sweater, kind of maybe, clean up a little bit." This morning, I heard the buzzer start, and I woke up, and she was 2 inches away from my face. So I have to remove what can only be described as
shrubbery.
Terrible. It's like patchy. It's like I grew up in Secaucus, and the power lines are just over my head, and I'm like, the government. They're all lizard people. We're in a simulation of lizard people. Okay. So I got to figure out what to do. Now, what I'd like to do is find something worse.
Oh, that is an
where I can bust
idea.
out ready to go in the morning with something in which she would have preferred that I left whatever you could possibly call it. It's like I'm making payments, someday. Send me the 3 cents for a cup of coffee a day, and I can one day get the plugs in here.
Oh, yeah.
So if we could go ahead and pull up the master lists of vision. Are you happy now?
All right, here we go.
Whitey?
Here we go. Let's see.
Wait, Willis, did you just put it up?
Yeah.
Wait, who's producing this episode?
Well, I thought you wanted it up. You said pull it up, so I
first of all, I love the copyright shutter mark, like little things over it saying, but of course, we're going to pay. Thank you, Willis, for. I think we need to do another monster ad. Horn deleting, unframe removing editor needed. Yeah. All right. So here are the different facial hairs that I could ruin her day with. Now, I already have some idea of what I'd like to do, right? Is I'd like to do, you layer it down. But let's go over the first option is clean shaven. Now, of course, that's the end game, right?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Right.
So you really have to start. If anything, you have to go to the top right corner to the band holes. Is that what you call? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I think that's right.
And then that's your
pretty
beard
close to where you are now, right?
I'd say I'm more towards the Garibaldi. I'm a little towards the Garibaldi because none of this has been shaped. This is just I've been writing a manifesto after Harvard in which my brother, he'll be the one who brings me down. Can a man send a bomb by himself and just write a little bit?
It's
not the same author in Maine. I want to get that very clear. It's a very educational episode. So you guys don't think I have this in me, but some days are better than others. All right. So yeah, I'd say I'm a Garibaldi because it's not good. Now, I don't like the French fork, but I do have that chin. So, right, I have a, what do you call it? A cleft chin. So I could actually do it.
I mean, if you wanted to create the most stir, I think your choices would be chin curtain, hula hee.
Okay. So that was just the regular beards. Okay.
Okay.
So now we're going to go to the next layer. Okay. So now they have tiny. Yeah. So now we're in the option. So let's just jump to the bottom and agree that I'm not going to do any Clark Gable stuff. Probably
no toothbrush. Huh?
The toothbrush is I like
they
how
should be renaming that, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know what discount toothbrush place you're buying things, but that's have a toothbrush.
Yeah.
The lampshade's not bad. That's a little Paul F. Thompson or whatever, right?
Yes, for sure.
That's Hanson, the Zorro, the villain. So realistically, though, let's go to the second one, the handlebar, which I have done. I've done the chevron, the painter's brush, the walrus. That's kind of what it would be now if I just shaved. The Zappa. Wait, you can call it Zappa, but you can't call the other one Adolf? That's messed up.
Yeah, that's not right.
Horseshoe. Oh, here we go. The hula hee.
The hula hee.
The button chops, side whiskers. But now here we are. Let's go into really what should happen. Now, I have to have a Van Dyke for a thing. So I could do that. But Tim Hall, I'd like you to go ahead and now list the ones that are the worst possible ones to list. Now, you said something about the chin curtain.
Oh, yeah, the chin curtain. So like the Quaker style. The chin curtain is probably the worst.
Where's Quaker?
There's no Quaker down there, but I'm just saying.
I see what you're saying. Amish.
I mean, for sure, toothbrush is the worst one. Also known as the Hitler.
It's really not that. It's the Chaplain.
Yeah, you could call it the Chaplain.
One's like, I love pratfall. The other one's like, I hate Jews. Like they're so different at the same facial hair. We're also anti-Hitler here. Let's get that out of the way here.
Hell yeah.
I know by looking at the panel, one might assume. And I'd also like to point out the lack of diversity in this stolen facial hairstyles image.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all the same guy, I think.
That's right.
So what do you think, Phyllis? What should we do?
I mean, I like the hula hee. I like this guy right here.
It's also fun to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Van Dyke is a good choice as well, just because it's very specific, especially if you can get that point.
Oh, I can get to the point. And
don't worry
you have to
about
dress like a gentleman. You can't wear your Gap T-shirt and have a Van Dyke, right? Like
No.
if you have stylized facial hair, I think if you must dress like a gentleman for it's the whole image, right?
Yeah. I agree.
For sure.
I like the walrus. That's like the Ned Flanders.
I've showed you my walrus picture, right? That sounds terrible, but
oh my God, that's it.
I might have to pop it up. Well,
all right, you're gonna pop it in right now. In 3, 2, 1.
What? That's ridiculous.
Look at that walrus picture. Hot darn. I like it. Somehow now I'm chattel and I must be polished and clean before I've taken out into public. She said yesterday, she's like, I just want to let you know that there probably will be photos taken with her last.
Really?
Like
that's pretty good.
It was like basically like these moments will probably last us forever in a memory book. So maybe bust out that not Manscaped. No response. How dare you? Very good. So votes, go for it, fellas, and then we'll
voting. What about the Imperial next door to the Van Dyke?
No, I like that one too.
Because then you got a little curl in the stash.
Yeah.
Oh well, yes, of course.
And the bottom parts it's a real statement, just straight. It's like a tie that just
it is like a tie.
Face.
It's a chin tie. Yeah,
it's a chin tie. Yeah.
All right. So what's your final votes, and we can move on. What do you think, guys?
Well, okay. Here's my caveat.
Okay.
If you want to upset the lady the most, chin curtain 100%. If you want to be like, what are you doing? I would say Van Dyke or the Imperial.
All right, Willis, what's your vote?
I would say if you're trying to upset the lady, I actually think the hula he, that's my favorite. I've wanted you to do that for a while.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but I would agree. I think the Imperial, if you're trying to look snappy, I like that one.
The Imperial.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's vote. Because I do have a curl to it normally. Let's vote for the character. Do you like a Van Dyke or the Imperial? If you had to choose one. Also, it's on my ugly face.
I remember you with the villain mustache. And I thought it was great. And the Imperial is kind of like that, but just with the little,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
On the chin.
Yeah, I think Imperial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Comes down to it. It's the Imperial.
It's the Imperial. Is that the vote? Is the winner?
That's the winner, man.
That's the Imperial. Oh, and I want to bust out like 10 minutes before we have to go. You know what I mean? You know what I should do? Is I should wear the mask.
Oh, so
I took it all down, and then and then once we arrive at the party.
Yeah, bring some wax with you.
Hey, do we have any technical questions with Willis this week?
No. Carrie, I thought there was
cool. Well, we're having one. If you don't have one, it's cool. I have one.
Oh, great.
Speakers in the recording studio. I have a tendency to get a heavy hum out of one speaker. Now, I took it out. I wiped it with a little bit of alcohol, and it seemed to reduce it. But I can't. But I poured a whole bottle of alcohol over the circuits.
There you go. Give it a good rub down.
Smoldering, which is good. But what's up with the hum? And then it's like I try to undo the wire and I plug in, but I seem to often get a hum out of one speaker. Could the cables?
Yeah, that's. If it was both speakers, I would have a better answer, because then I would just try to put it in a different socket, because it just might be a 60 cycle hum that's in there.
Is it because it's not grounded? Is that what it is? Also, when I put the TV on, is the other thing, and then it jumps up.
Okay, so yeah. So that's sort of like when you put the vacuum on while you were, and the TV would go back in the old days.
Yeah. Is that what you have?
Yeah, it's definitely interference.
So it's my Trinitron.
Yeah, it could be the old
A 225-pound television that's stacked on another 225-pound television.
Yeah.
Either one of them.
Yeah, it might be grounding issues. There's actually, I would get like a Furman, like a power cleaner, and then
I'm in it.
So you have a Furman?
Well, I have.
Oh, it's over there.
I have a Furman. I'm not plugged into the Furman though.
Oh, okay.
So
but
I have a
sometimes
Furman.
that can help because there's some Furmans are probably the more expensive ones actually filter your current.
Yeah, I think I'm plugged just, you know what, that may be a good point. I forgot that I have all these expensive power buffers and then I have it plugged into the $399.
Oh, to a white power cord.
Yeah.
Or a extension cord.
You know what it is in the back of the desk, I bought one of those 6-foot power strips so that along the back they're all plugged in. But what I realized is that it's just, then that goes in the wall. So then all of the good ones that I bought are sitting here. And I got my cell phone plugged into it. So
that cell phone's getting clean power.
Oh yeah. So what if I plugged this into the Furman? So I have, the Belkin that everyone has. You know what I mean? I want the old one that still has the cable thing and the telephone plug for some reason they're still selling. So should I plug? But you're not supposed to plug in power cords into power supplies into power supplies.
Oh yeah. The daisy chain. I don't think you are.
Yeah. So, okay.
It's stressful.
Yeah. What I am then to understand is that I should take the Furman and put all of my music related things into that, but not the television.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And then put all my other bullshit, the TV and all the other stuff, into the other long plugs.
Yeah.
That might solve it.
Yeah, that might do it.
This has been another answer of technical questions with Dr. Josh Willis. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You have a ground loop. That's what it is.
He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
you can switch the polarity on ground.
I know none of you want to come over to the new studios. What? It's Ottawa. Just get on the prop plane.
I don't have a real ID.
You don't have a real one?
Well, they call it the real ID now.
The real ID.
What are you? So
did that start? Did they start that?
No.
They put it off.
I think it's in October.
Yeah. Well, they keep dragging it out, but but you have the thing better, right? What's the thing the TSA one where they scan your eye and your testicle? What is that thing? I had to go down to LAX. What was that thing? What was that? What? Come on, Willis.
It's a ball print.
TSA pre-check or something?
Yeah.
Are you listening to any of the words I'm saying, Willis? I'm talking to you, sir.
You had me at ball scan. I don't know. I got lost.
I lost you. I lost you on the digital testicular scanner that's located in every major airport in the United States.
That's right.
How do you check into an Italian airport?
Please rest them on this pedestal here.
You have to weigh your balls. That's how they seat you. And what they do is the gentlemen with the larger balls get seated by the emergency exits, or women, or whatever, some large shouldered gal with a size 12 wide, that's fine. That's fine. All right. So, so the episodes that are coming up are obviously Weight Loss Part 2 episode, the Watch Review episode. We still have to go. We're going out to a shooting range, a little bang shoot 'em up. So save your cans. Much like we were doing Wall of Flash, we all saved our liquor bottles.
Yeah. And
then we had too many liquor bottles. We're like, oh, we need to keep buying these 5 gallons of vodka for props. Glug. Oh, but then the other episode we were doing is the police episode. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
The police episode. We'll talk about this off. But Josh, I did hear, and Tim Hall reminded me what you said last week, and you will be cast as your desired request.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So, and I came up with your name. Okay, so here are the names. Okay, but I need you to bleep them out because I want them to be a surprise for the episode. So we have, of course, Detective. We have Detective, and of course, Cap.
Yes.
This is why my Irish father says, "What did I go wrong? What did I do? I should have just starved to death on the boat," or whatever. He's like, "I should have died in my 20s. It wasn't worth it." So that's happening. But we're going to film that, Willis. That's going to be an actual. We're going to film it proper, but not proper. Poor life choices proper.
Yeah.
So it'll be like a 22-minute.
Proper. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, not Zoom, which is a fine company.
Right.
Here we go.
I don't even remember this one.
Sarah, did they know they were recording?
I think he's just showing the results, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Whatever.
Well done.
Me. But it's interesting.
Well done.
That's the only thing, right? So they have chosen to be a man all over except for here. Is that what I was to take away from that? So it's like,
oh, because the beard is still there.
Well, yeah, right. So it's just, I guess I didn't know. You can leave this in, I don't mind. But there's probably a spectrum of transsexuality. Is that the word that's okay to say? So if he dresses like a guy, but he only wants boobs, that's like all he cares about, right? Then there are other guys that want to maybe remove what's below. So I guess there are different.
Oh yeah, there's probably, they say it's a spectrum and all. So.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That some people would say, but I'm surprised that one, and he might just be showing it off, that one would leave the life as a man, but also get those in. Interesting.
Fascinating.
You guys are awfully quiet when I bring this stuff up. But I think that's an honest question. There's nothing offensive about that.
True. Yeah.
I mean, I just
it's got to be
a spectrum, right? Unless they are just showing off what they have and they're not done. Like,
yeah,
I need more.
That's my guess.
Work in progress.
That's my guess. Yeah, more info.
Well, they look great.
No. Be careful, please.
Oh my God.
That's the Rick video of the week. That's my sort of fella. Like, he's probably very cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
You could have a beer with that guy for sure. Willis, what am I watching? Is this is this effects by global warming or effects?
No, that's the wind blowing the ice out of the lake and onto the sidewalk.
The wind's doing that?
That's probably a heavy wind.
Yeah.
What is that, a nor'easter?
Yeah.
That's the thing people say, right?
Oh yeah.
Why is it at Easter? Is it because the storm disappears for 3 days and comes back? What's the deal? Hey, did you find out about heaven? If we all stayed the same age? Did you ask?
I haven't talked to my dad all week, actually.
Well, so I talked to a fellow
that talked to his dad? Why are you calling his father?
Listen. No, I talked to a fellow that we all know who knows a thing or two about religion. And he said that we're all spirits up there, so we have no physical body. So it doesn't matter what age we are. which I thought wasn't a fun
ugly.
answer.
You can get into heaven. That doesn't seem right.
Whose plan was this?
No, it's the opposite. Is that they don't want to do ones. So there's no body shaming in heaven.
Yeah, because you're just spirit.
So where's the line? Like, is St. Peter being like, there's one lie? He's like, I don't know. I remember that time you were 13, you got that Playboy. You're like,
yeah, you found it in the woods.
Like what percentage of passing? Is it like school where it gets lowered every year because the state can't buy new textbooks?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, is there a bell curve and all that?
You get a 50% good person that you still get into heaven. Like, where does it cut off?
Yeah.
And if I kill a rapist in self-defense, do I still get into heaven? Ask your father that question too.
That's a lot of what have you.
Actually, ask him. Yeah. If you kill someone in self-defense, do you still get into heaven?
Yeah. What about all the people in the wars?
Yeah.
Well, that's for America.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
His facial hair says, I'm okay with it.
There's a special heaven for America.
So, I can't show ya, but I'm just going to tell you it's a good day. You know why? Because my panties match my dress.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. She has horns.
Yeah.
Little I don't care. Pass.
Oh.
Now, I got to tell you, all women are beautiful, but some are better looking than others.
Oh, man.
Without no prize. I look like your uncle who recently got released from an Appalachian jail. It's not gay. There weren't any women.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Come on, Manscaped, you cheap bastards. Come on.
All right, TikTok, bring it to me.
Here is some of my favorite film noir lingo.
Oh, this was
Get
for
that
me.
dandruff out of your blood.
What's the matter? You getting the whim-whams?
Remember, we're both in the soup if anything happens.
I can knock him off, hide the money, and call the meat wagon.
You're a two-bit guy.
The cheaper the crook, the gaudier the patter, huh?
This is a kiss-off.
I
do like that.
That wasn't even for the show. That was just for my writing. I was like, I got to put a couple of these in a project.
Oh,
you know? What are you giving me the
TikTok research?
Huh? Yeah. You're like butter on toast, see? You're on the wrong side. Lord.
Back when they when they couldn't swear, they had to be more creative, right? With their
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, the original version was frankly, Scarlett, go fuck. No, so please don't bleep.
Now I bring out the beeper.
Frankly, Scarlett, you can go your mother. A lot of people don't know is that Gone with the Wind was heavily improvised by some of, it was also yourself, Scarlett. Scarlett, you're a two-time.
Oh, God. You're doing this on purpose.
you Southern. I mean, all of these really offensive. Just make sure those are before.
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh. I see what's happening. That's new hair being fired in there, right? Painfully. Is that like little follicles being shoved back in?
Implants? So. It seemed like there was a lot of hair there already.
Yeah.
Well, he's on the later end of the treatments. They don't show you at the beginning. They're like, look at this junky job. It sprang something. That's funny. What is this, like someone's video, rap video or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's white. Do white people rap? Eminem, right? He's the only one who's allowed, right? How did he get a pass? Is it Detroit? Is it 8 Mile? Or that he's excellent at what he does? Probably.
Heard of the affair between John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe, but have you heard about the affair between Gwen Stefani and George Bush? It all started back in 2004 when this didn't happen.
That's pretty good.
Oh, that one we're keeping? That one I didn't even mean to save. Sometimes they get saved. Whatever.
Of course. What's my pet's name? I'll tell you my pet's name. And if it's not the right one, I'm going to call you all cancel my MasterCard.
I might have shown this one already.
You have it.
Yeah, that's not the one either. Well, now, which one did I try before? Let me see.
That man is about to put his entire fist through that screen.
I know. He's got it up to 400%.
Yeah, I must have a vision.
Zoom.
Good morning, TikTok family. Apparently, I got people on my page that don't like my nose. I don't really give a about my nose. A lot of happened to it. I'm gonna get it fixed. If it bothers you that much, eat it.
I like that guy. Nice.
That pause.
Yeah. Yeah, he really had that delivery. He really he let the audience sink in. You could feel the anticipation grow.
Yeah.
Eat a classic. Of course, another great line from Wall of Flesh of its comedy.
Oh, yeah,
delivered by the great actor Paul Dupree, who went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, has one line where he says, "Eat a."
Yeah.
Oh, the old skateboarder. Yeah.
Another unmonetized episode here at Poor Life Choices. Little paper tiger action.
Oh, this looks.
Again, I have no idea what this is.
From the visual, I get a feeling for what it is. Here we go.
She need help. She need help. She's stuck. Abort mission. Abort mission.
Oh God.
I don't remember seeing that video. This is, my life. I have a lot of holes in my memory, and I don't remember seeing that before. But that's hysterical because there's a shot. So obviously, when you go to a McDonald's play place and they're like, "You must not be this fat to enter." Well, I think between shotgun and funnel cakes and Big Macs, she forgot to not go inside of a child's play place. That woman was probably about 380 pounds of pure America.
Ouch.
But yeah. Now, if I go in there with this
arrested,
and I'm like, just hanging out. She's like, dude, which one's your child? I'm here for the fun and the food.
I like the kid yelling "abort mission" at the end.
I missed that. That's great.
Yeah.
What a good. That's good.
Hey, Tim Hall, would you do me a favor and end the episode now?